Sir, there is also one more factor in resetting of ties between India and the US, and that is, sir, Pakistan and the overwhelming love for Field Marshal Asim Munir and Shehbaz Sharif by the US President Donald Trump. So, what role is Pakistan going to play? Will Pakistan be an impediment in resetting the ties between US and India, sir?
Good question. But let's look at the big picture. You see, in Delhi, there is an obsession with Pakistan. And Indian Defense Minister had said the other day, Pakistan can be divided into four and all that. You know, India's Defense Minister said. He also said that the IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, should take over Pakistan's nuclear weapons. Now, this means that our defense minister has not had the time to read the charter of the IAEA. IAEA cannot accept any nuclear weapons from anyone. So there is a lot of loose talk in India. And loose talk often comes from loose thinking. Now, the belief that if our relations with America can improve only if America's relations with Pakistan deteriorate. Now, that is a proposition I should like to contest. Now, coming to President Trump's own policy, there again we have to understand. I'm not saying that he is right. I'm saying that we have to understand the why. You see, President Trump's family business has found a lot of partnership and enthusiasm in Pakistan. When his son visited Field Marshal Munir and Prime Minister Sharif received him with great enthusiasm and affection, apparently. So they have signed contracts, whether it is critical minerals, whether it is cryptocurrency, and maybe there are more. And then, in New York, there is a hotel called Hotel Roosevelt. It's an old hotel which Pakistan government had bought some time back. Now, this February, an announcement was made that Pakistan government and United States government will be partners in revamping that hotel. Can you imagine? And the man who arranged it is Steve Witkoff, President Trump's favorite problem solver. So, President Trump's family business gains a lot from Pakistan. Now, my question to you is, Pakistan doesn't have an Ambani or Adani or Tata, correct? No big multinational. How come that India has failed to take note of President Trump's weakness? Let me put it this way, strong weakness for making money. And how come India has not been able to make use of it in a judicious manner? Does it show lack of imagination on the part of India's policymakers? And does it show, what shall I say, an obsession with Pakistan where the policymakers cannot see the wood for the trees?
Sir, I have a follow-up question to this, sir. Do you think, sir, that India should view its relations with other nations with respect to what that nation has its relationship with Pakistan, sir? So, if that nation is good to Pakistan, should India be a little have some restrictions or have some reservations with that nation?
No, that sort of obsession with Pakistan is not good policy. Whether it's the case of Turkey or even Azerbaijan. See, recently, during the time of Sindoor, Azerbaijan made a statement showing diplomatic support to Pakistan. Then we stopped or reduced buying of oil from them. Now I think it is sort of, getting corrected. Now, this sort of petty minded approach is not foreign policy, you see. And above all, obsession with Pakistan is not good foreign policy. India should talk to Pakistan. Again, slogan, what is it? Blood and water do not flow together. No, it's a slogan. It is not policy. Or terrorism and talk do not go together. No, these are all slogans. What is required is to talk to Pakistan, and I would say that we should reopen the back channel. And there is a constituency in Pakistan which wants better relations with India, especially the business constituency. And when I was there some years ago, as a part of a delegation from the Association of Indian Diplomats, so many of them were asking me how to get a visa to visit India. And we are not giving visa. This is absolutely doesn't make sense. Let the Pakistanis come and see the great progress that India has made and compare the progress India has made with the situation in Pakistan. You
Sir,
see?
but there is
Then,
a field marshal that is sitting in Pakistan who becomes unpopular at times, and then he gives some statements regarding India which are not so welcoming for New Delhi, sir. And there is an opposition leader there who is sitting inside the jail. So to remain popular, don't you think field marshal will do some acts that will not be very good for New Delhi in the times to come, sir?
yeah, let's look at the big picture and let us bring in some history. You know that in the case of the Kashmir dispute, there is a United Nations resolution which requires the holding of a referendum or plebiscite. Correct? Now, in 1953, Jawaharlal Nehru as Prime Minister talked to his Pakistani counterpart and agreed to conduct the plebiscite. And Nehru was looking for an administrator from a small neutral country. Then what happened? A man called John Foster Dulles, whom my generation used to refer to as Duller Dulles. He comes into the scene. He goes to Pakistan. He is impressed by the Pakistani military, and he goes and reports to President Eisenhower. Now, that was the time Soviet Union had exploded its hydrogen bomb, looking at September 1953. Now, Eisenhower was looking at the cost of deploying American soldiers abroad. So it worked out to some $3,000 and odd dollars then per annum. Then he found out that a Pakistani soldier is much cheaper, 1/7. So Pakistan and America signed a mutual defense treaty in 1954, I believe. Then what happened? Nehru said, listen, if your idea is to get hold of Kashmir by using American arms, sorry, over, matter is over. Then the Kashmir Assembly passed a resolution, joining India and all that sort of thing. Okay? And V.K. Krishnamenon asked America, because America said, oh, no, those weapons which Pakistan is getting, they can't be used against India. So he asked, have you invented a gun which fires only in one direction? So, then what happened? 54, the defense treaty. 58, the first military coup in Pakistan. And if you look at history, for the next 50 years, 32 years, Pakistan was under military rule. Why?
Without a
How?
constitution, yes.
Because the military always argued that there was threat from India. Only the military can save Pakistan. And what we have to understand about Pakistan is that even when there is a civilian government, it is the military that controls policy towards India, China, and the United States. So Pakistan's civilian government is not in full control. To cut it short, Pakistan is an occupied country, occupied by its own military.